Ja, hallo Leute und herzlich willkommen zu einem weiteren Teil von Starfield. Und natürlich spielen wir das Ganze wie immer in voller 4K Ultra-Auflösung, also in maximaler Grafikqualität. Und falls ihr mir mal live beim Spielen zusehen wollt, kommt doch einfach mal direkt auf Twitch vorbei. Den Link findet ihr wie immer direkt unten in der Beschreibung. Wann kann ich hier die Skills? Das ist, glaube ich... Hier. Erhöht die Gesamtkapazität um 50 Kilo. Ah ne, warte mal. Ich muss auch noch Fitness, ne? Ja. Ich mache hier Fitness. Genau.
Sign off from the Interstellar Affairs office before I can set foot in.
Hard to believe it's been 2 decades since we were at war with the Collective, when it seems like only yesterday.
Warum geht's da jetzt nicht raus? So.
I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Freestar Collective. But you lead, and I'll follow.
All that security, and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
So, das ist die
I'm
Tante,
sorry.
oder?
Do you have an appointment?
So, ich bin im Auftrag der United Colonies hier. Wir brauchen die Hilfe des Freestar Collectives.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Alter, was ist denn das für eine Tante hier? So, wenn du uns nicht hilfst, bist du dafür verantwortlich, wenn es noch mehr Tote gibt.
Excuse me. A less level-headed person might think that was a threat, Captain.
The only threats you're facing are the 8-legged variety just outside your door. Now can we please stop playing games here? Lives hang in the balance.
A lecture in morality from the UC. How quaint and short-sighted. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
Na gut, überzeugen. Bitte Botschafterin, höre dir einfach an, was ich zu
You
sagen
really gonna
habe.
push this? All right, I will give you one chance, one, to convince me. Understood. I'm listening.
Ah, je, oh je. So, nur in der größten Krise zeigen sich die wahren Helden. Dies könnte dein Moment sein.
I never was the sort to turn my back on people in need.
Deine Entscheidung hier können unzählige Menschenleben hängen. Wir machen das hier. Oder? Aus dieser üblen Situation kann etwas Gutes erwachsen. UC und Freestar Collective an einem Strang.
A step towards better relations. I could see some value there. Well, Captain, you make some good points.
Ach was, ich
But
hab's
if I'm really
überredet.
granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the Galaxie needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Jo.
Excellent. Follow me.
Jetzt bekomme ich so einen Code, oder? Keine Ahnung.
Sounds like it was a real mess down at the spaceport.
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
Gut, das habe ich jetzt geschafft. Und jetzt noch den anderen Code. Warte, verfolge ich das jetzt? Ja, ne? Ja. So,
Exactly. It's like when someone insults you.
so, jetzt brauche ich noch hier den anderen Code.
It's a shame House Varun abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
Also. Das ist ja der Seiteneingang oder irgendwie sowas, oder? Keine Ahnung, irgendwas war hier. Ja, sieht so aus. Ui.
This isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Oh, jetzt aber. Oh. Ah, geht doch rein. Kampfinhibitoren entfernen. Warte mal. Geschütze aktiviert? Deaktivieren. Deaktiviert. Ja, ich glaube, so sieht's gut aus. Wegschalter. Ja gut, die Verteidigung habe ich ja ausgeschalten. Oh. Muss ich da halt irgendwie noch den Code finden? Ah ne, ich kann hier rein. Jetzt. Das sieht doch gut aus.
I've never seen a tree like this before in my entire life. It'd actually be more fascinating if its branches weren't blocking my way.
Not gonna last much longer.
Okay.
Have anything valuable?
Bring it on.
Alter. Okay.
Give it your best shot.
Alter, jetzt aber.
You've got nothing.
Okay, das ist natürlich viel besser so. Das ist die doofe Pistole. Oh mein Gott. Das Ding habe ich jetzt nicht gesehen, Mann. Bisschen Credits nehme ich doch gerne mit. Das muss hier sein, ne? Das war so klar, dass der rauskommt. Na gut. Nach oben. Warte mal, geht's hier rein? Oh ja.
You picked the wrong day to piss me off. Running away, eh? They're here! Right here!
Oh Mann, was ist denn das jetzt schon wieder? Alter. Da komme ich ja auch nicht mal... Alter, das sind jetzt sogar 3 Stück.
You're a damn joke. go down.
Might as well take what we can.
So, habe ich nicht den hier? Ich habe keine Munition irgendwie. Na gut, komm, wir gehen einfach so weiter. Heller, vorsichtig. Moment mal, kann ich jetzt nach unten? Wahrscheinlich. Oh ja, jetzt geht's gleich ab. Alter, weg hier! Habe ich jetzt hier nichts Besseres? Nein, habe ich nicht. Anscheinend. Alter, wir gehen voll ab.
Let's do this.
Na gut.
Only one point of Moera's patrol route to work from. That's how it goes sometimes.
Die kann ich ja noch ausrüsten. Jetzt sollte man sich natürlich auch noch etwas heilen. So. So, das war der Munitionskoffer. Habe ich jetzt hier für die große Knarre was bekommen? Nicht wirklich. Was geht hier?
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Okay. Jetzt bin ich echt mal gespannt hier.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
Also, den Raumhafen hat's übel erwischt, aber sonst gab es kaum Schäden.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
Korrekt. Wir brauchen die Archivdaten, um diese Angriffe besser zu verstehen und sie zu stoppen.
Preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
Du hast mein Wort. Ich werde sicher gehen, dass die Daten nur guten Zwecken dienen.
As the chair of Constellation, I take personal responsibility in vouching for this man's integrity. He'll keep his word.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
Ja, cool. Ich hab's geschafft, Leute.
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
Ja, cool. Leute, ich hab's, oder? Ja. Jetzt muss ich wieder zurückkehren. Beziehungsweise kann ich da nicht die Schnellreise benutzen? So. Richtung.
To the Terra.
What response?
I'm told by top officials the captain.
Moment mal hier. Ja. Oh. War das jetzt falsches Stockwerk oder? Hier. So.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement.
Ja. Bereit zum Einsatz.
So the old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Yeah. So. Das müsste dann hier hinten sein. Oh, schwer bewaffnet die Leute hier. Egal welcher Eingang, oder? Ja.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules.
Na dann.
Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
So. Und, passt der? Anscheinend. Läuft. Hole die Terramorph-Daten. Bringe die Daten zurück. So, ich habe jetzt die Daten und jetzt soll ich zu der Tante da zurückkehren. Gut. Ja, danke. Das ging schnell. Schneller als ich gedacht hatte. Hier. Und ja, danach mache ich vielleicht noch ein paar andere Nebenmissionen. Hier runter? Ja. Ja, Moment mal. War das oben? Bin ich jetzt in die falsche Richtung gelaufen? Nee. Das zeigt aber hier unten an. Das heißt, ich muss doch mit der Bimmelbahn hier fahren, oder? Gott, wo muss ich da jetzt hin? Der hier? Beziehungsweise hätte ich da auch schnell reisen können. Bringt es mir was, wenn ich hierher gehe? Wir schauen mal. Na. Oh. Hier hin.
Just doesn't add up. Spaceport has
Moment mal. Ah, hier.
There's a whole herd of Terramors touched down undetected.
There you are.
Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next. We've got all the clearances we need. You can hand the data over to the Major.
Good.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
Hier wird Zeit, dass ich das Zeug loswerde.
Acknowledged and accepted, I guess. Thanks, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Jo, aber gib mal Gas, Alte. Ist auch wieder so langsam hier. Komischer Typ. Okay. Ui. Jetzt aber.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
Jupp. Also, was... Das bedeutet aber nicht, dass ich keine andere Staatsbürgerschaft haben kann, oder?
It doesn't. We don't really care where else you might have been or might become a citizen. Once you earn your place in the United Colonies, it's yours.
Na dann, ich bin bereit.
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Klar, meinetwegen.
Good enough, I suppose.
Mhm.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms?
Yup.
Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Jawohl, mega Kohle dafür bekommen. Aber wir schauen uns jetzt mal die ganze Stadt hier an. Ist ja mega geil. Kann ich hier auch die Abkürzung nehmen? Und runterjumpen, oder? So, dann mache ich eben die Mission. Wie heißt die denn? Ist es die hier da? Ja. So.
I've lived in New Atlantis almost my entire life, and I had no idea this place even existed. The UC certainly excels at keeping secrets.
No additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
I'll be
Bye,
fine. You go on ahead.
Okay, bye bye.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get, which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
Du kommst mir bekannt vor. Ich muss dich in einem Film gesehen haben.
Not quite. I'm Francois Senan, but most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
Mein Gott, die UC haben all die Zeit gelogen.
Captain, please. There are no clean hands in galactic politics. We all do what we must to keep ourselves safe. Which, right now, means finding a way to protect the United Colonies and beyond from additional terramorph attacks. An effort you and my progeny, Hadrian, have already made impressive progress on. And I'd like to help, though I am curious. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
Ja, genau. Sie hat mir erzählt, dass sie ein Klon ist, der...
Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
Na gut, ich bin ganz ohr.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Oh, okay.
There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colonies' more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
Na gut, der Typ ist Staub.
Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. Wolf system. There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
So. Das war dann wohl eine neue Mission.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
Gut, dann Muss ich jetzt fertig machen? Muss jetzt wieder nach oben. Ist wieder hier, oder? Ja.
Problem?
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
Ich verstehe den ganzen Aufruhr nicht. Ein alter Typ wohnt in eurem Keller. Das könnte ich auch.
Exactly. Just another prisoner. Nothing you'd ever even think of bringing up in conversation.
With anyone. Ever. We understand each other?
Ich behalte es für
Good.
mich.
Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing?
Moment mal. Soll ich dir sagen? Nee, ich habe nichts mehr zu besprechen.
Then I'll bid you good day, Captain. And remind you of the importance of discretion.
Weil ich glaube... Ja, ich weiß nicht. Der will das auch nicht, dass sie es weiß, oder? So, jetzt sprich mit Captain Marquez. Aber wartet mal. Ich glaube, dann mache ich doch die Mission hier. Das ist überhaupt eine Abkürzung. Wenn er mich hier immer zu der Lounge schickt. Die steht aber noch dort. Aber das ist optional. Ja, sprich mit... Ah ne, Quatsch. Wie hieß der? Marquez. Soll ich doch mit ihr reden? Ist ja noch gar nicht irgendwie abgehakt, ne? Wir schauen einfach mal.
Having a good one?
Pardon?
Oh, were there other items you wanted to discuss?
Yep, jetzt.
We're not big on extrajudicial killings. But bringing Orlace to justice? That man's been on the run for a long time. Catching him would be a major success for the UC.
What's being offered in return?
Die Aufenthaltsorte der Mitglieder von Hadrians alten Forschungsteam.
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information.
Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting? The Den? It's a star station. Orbiting Wolf, the second star station actually to bear that title. The first one was blown to smithereens by House Varun during the Serpent's Crusade. The place has always acted as a remote strategic hub, primarily for repairing and refueling UC military vessels. But because of its distance from the rest of the UC, things there have always been a little more lax. Patrols included. I can think of worse places in the galaxy for a criminal to hide out.
Ah, okay. Wie wahrscheinlich ist es, dass ich in eine Falle gelockt werde?
Trusting the man downstairs would be a mistake. But I don't think you need to be too concerned. This is far from the first name he's handed over, and all previous missions went off largely without a hitch. So while I'd certainly warrant caution, I think you can proceed.
Gut. Das war's dann wohl. Jetzt ist es aber durchgestrichen. Na super. Oh. Jawohl. Läuft. Wir sind da.